Alright guys, Dokkan time again, and today is another how-to build for a unit on a present banner at the given moment, which is Broly. Broly is on the Vegeta banner, if it will load. I think he's like the very last one on the list. Yeah, he's literally the last one outside of the transforming Vegeta. He does not have an EZA as of yet, but I think it's very logical to think that he's going to have one this year or at the latest of a year from now. It's one of the two. My presumption is because Bardock just got his EZA, that we might not see a EZA for this Broly for a hot minute. But you never know. But we're gonna discuss his how to build and try to assume based on how EZAs have been going and what he could have. I don't think that his build will change though. I think it's pretty much straightforward and solid based on his passive and what he does. I think an EZA would only make it more obvious that you should stick with this build that I have up on the screen. Now, as of right now, in Broly's current state, he demands having enough dupes to unlock his full hidden potential, or he needs to just be straight up rainbowed. It's one of the two. Anything less than one dupe, and he's probably struggling more than he already will be. He's kind of aged a little bit, though as a stacking unit, that's kind of to be expected. A small stacking. So, a little advice here. When a unit raises attack and defense like this, it means they're only stacking 20% of both of those. A unit that stacks one of them is stacking 30%. So you can definitely see how, because he's stacking both attack and defense, that actually hurts him a little bit. Because it limits the amount that he could have. If it was just raise defense on super, or if it was just raise attack on super and then raise his defense for one turn, it would be 30%, but it's not. So, but based on that, we can probably presume that if an EZA happens, he will get probably greatly raise attack and defense on super. If he doesn't get greatly raised, then it'll be like, it'll greatly raise attack or defense, and then the other one will just be a normal stack. As far as his passive goes, he's got damage reduction in there. He's got 18% damage reduction and chance to perform a critical. He's got built-in additional, but the additional is only a 30% chance. He does have to launch another additional 30% chance, and he does reduce more damage by 18% and chance of forming a crit plus 18% within the same turn after performing a super attack when there's a pure Saiyan or hybrid Saiyan category enemy. So because of that, he's always been a unit that you would rather take up against, I would say, probably an actual pure Saiyan, Hyper Saiyan boss. If he got an EZA right now, Blue Zone would be perfect for him. I mean, really, it would. He'd be fantastic in Blue Zone as of right now on JP. So, my suggestion is to just kind of move forward with the stacking potential. Go for the majority of hidden potential of additionals. With his kit and or with how he is, he's an intelligence unit. He can have a maximum of 15 additional. Without giving him skill orbs. I don't think you should have to waste any dual skill orbs that you can see on the screen. It's just an either or kind of thing. You either go full additional or you go with the base amount of additional right here and then put the rest into dodge. It's entirely up to you. He does not need to get hit. So, I mean, the dodge does benefit him a bit. But, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're fighting a pure Saiyan or hybrid Saiyan unit, he's got 36% damage reduction and 36% chance to crit. I built him funky when I originally got him rainbowed, so it is what it is. I did still try to push more towards additional because that's what his best choice is. Eventually, I will rework him into just being full on additional and dodge, though. And I think it's probably a likely chance that if he does EZA anytime soon or next year, you can probably be dang sure that that crit chance and that damage reduction will only go up, or at least give more in some way or make it easier to attain. So that is something to keep in mind with this unit. Defense-wise, I'm not entirely sure he has a lot of defense. I think he can get up pretty high, I believe. Not super high, but I think he can get up pretty high. Let me go over to Twitter real quick. Go over to Halvard. We'll go ahead and pop that up here. So his potential here with 6 super attack effects, so 6 supers, he can have up to 370k start of turn defense. And then from that turn onward, from the 6 super attack effects, he can have up to only 500k defense, which isn't a lot. It's really not. But you can be dang sure that you could double this as soon as he does Easy A, because his stats will go up in general. So, but I mean, in general, his correct way to build him is full additional no matter what. I think he's just going to be an overwhelming kind of damage reduction offensive tank. I think if he does Easy A, the one issue is still going to be the same thing. Is he going to build up fast enough? That will probably be the real question. And he'll probably still be specifically better to use against pure Saiyan or hybrid Saiyan enemies. So hopefully he does get his Easy A soon or within the year, because I think it would really help out against the Blue Zone content that 9th Anniversary has shoved out. But anyways, guys, hopefully this helps anybody out that was wondering how they should build him right now. If you got too many copies of him, or maybe you have some extra ones and you can rework his hidden potential. But this is probably the best way to go about it. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good day and a good night.